Welcome to the
Welcome to the
Dagnabbit Boys podcast.
Experience.
You might notice.
Well, shit.
Okay. All right.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's because it is the crosstalk is tough. The crosstalk is tough because it's really hard for me to edit that. It's hard for. Maybe we should get a 1-minute clip where neither of us can start a sentence.
Because we just keep interrupting each other.
Because we just
well,
because you want to just You're also saying the same thing as me though. You're not even. It's just but,
well, yes, that's good because then you don't have to pick who to listen to.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, okay. So you want to hear my thoughts out of both people's mouths, then this is
Well, if you think about it, it's kind of my thoughts as well.
No.
Well, maybe I'm thinking the exact same thing at the exact same time.
You're not.
Well,
you're definitely not. Nobody could think the exact same thing as me. The stuff I'm thinking about is like crazy.
You are thinking about like crazy stuff about fucking sandwiches and shit.
I'm thinking about. I got these foam things for the mic. I was thinking about.
Oh
that.
I noticed these.
Yeah, you didn't think about this until they're right in front of you. So boom, there's proof you didn't think about it.
I noticed they were different.
Yeah, I hope you like it.
Probably you putting these in your butt.
Yeah,
you're putting them in your butt, so you have to fucking put a thing on it. You have to freaking put a thing on it. Gosh.
Yeah, I have to freaking put a gosh darn thing on it because I'm putting it up my A.
Yeah.
I do love. Whoa! The not cussing podcast just got aggressive. Yeah, I listen to the not cussing podcast, and they don't cuss, but they say the N-word a lot. So they want to say all that stuff, but
Well, maybe we don't.
Yeah. Well,
we're Christians.
There's a lot of bad stuff happening in the news.
Yeah.
First off, most notably, one of the most important people in the country was attacked. And by that, I mean, Andrew Callahan is saying that Clavicular is funded by Peter Thiel.
Oh, well, yes.
I know.
Well, he 100% is.
It's sad, right?
Yes. Can I bum his in?
Yeah, it's sad that you lose people like that, though.
Yeah,
because he's like our Fred Hampton.
We're losing people all the time to Peter Thiel.
Clavicular gunned down by the FBI in his apartment in Chicago, next to his wife sleeping. Yeah, Peter Thiel's funding like everybody.
Not us.
No, not giving us a cent.
Come on, P.
Well, he wants to do transhumanism. He wants to like take our spirits out of our bodies somehow. Or download our consciousness into things that aren't bodies, and
he thinks like he like plays the video game Cyberpunk 2077 and then thinks it's the news.
That's like literally why $1 billion is bad.
Yeah,
that's like because you play video games and you go, I could maybe do that.
Yeah,
because all that takes is like a ton of money, military connections, and just like power with world leaders. So yeah, we could do it.
He's like, I have all of that. Huh.
Yeah, he's playing Sonic going, could I go that fast? Maybe I could be Sonic.
He's playing Mario like, what if I jumped on everything?
Maybe I could take a trans kid and make them that fast. Could I do that?
Maybe I could get a person that's popular on the internet and make them super fast.
Maybe Clavicular could run 1,000 miles per hour. I'd be fine if Peter Thiel was paying Clavicular if he was getting him up to 100 miles per hour.
Yeah.
Then I'd want to see it. Pay him then.
Well, Peter Thiel thinks that he's Sonic, but really, he's Eggman.
And you don't want to hear... He's so mad right now because I know he's Google searching his name.
Yeah.
And probably being like, I'm not Eggman. I'm obviously Sonic because I'm ahead of everybody else.
And he thinks he's Mario.
Mm-hmm.
But he's not even Bowser.
He's not even Bowser.
He's that the Toad villain guy.
Toad.
Yeah, but the villain version. I don't remember what the villain version's name is. He's that guy.
He's like the Waluigi of Toads.
Something like that. I know there's an evil Toad. Or maybe I'm making it up, but there's definitely... It's been around long enough that they were like, we made everything evil.
Well, with how much Peter Thiel, with how much money he has, he could probably make it if he wanted to, so...
Yeah.
If anybody's going to make it, it's probably going to be him.
Yeah, and he thinks he's Shrek, right? But he's really
Donkey.
He's Lord Farquaad.
He's Lord Farquaad. Because we like Donkey.
We do like Donkey.
We like Donkey.
And so, Trump is Shrek.
Right. Okay, so what you're saying is that pretty much Peter Thiel think he's SpongeBob.
Yeah.
But he Plankton.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I get it now. I get it. That's for our younger viewers. If you're kind of
we
confused.
have babies watching.
Well, that's also why I got the foam things, because if you're new to like English or speaking, or you're more into sounds, shapes, and colors, then now we see. And I asked
cats
Shane,
watching.
I asked Shane to do the key thing more for the babies and the cats that are watching.
Yeah. We mostly, if you look at our analytics, it's mostly cats.
And why doesn't Peter Thiel want to pay that? See, Peter, you don't want to put $5 billion into that. You want to give it to a guy making all other young guys feel bad about themselves?
Yeah. Why don't you give it to us, who makes cats feel awesome?
See, Clavicular's good for Peter Thiel because he hates his body so much, and I think Peter wants everybody to hate their bodies. Our comedy doesn't make sense if you don't have a body.
Yeah, so he's gonna destroy us if.
Yeah,
he's gonna destroy us if if people stop having bodies.
We don't realize it yet because it's not popular, but we are on the side of bodies. Like we're like body guys.
We're body positive guys.
But positive just in the sense of having a body.
If you have a body, you're good with us.
Then it's fine.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of people, I think will probably be surprised in the future. There's a lot of humanity who would rather have no body.
Huh, yeah.
I think a lot of people who hearing about the idea of uploading your consciousness to something would want that.
If you get a virus, though, then you're just in hell for eternity.
It does seem scarier than getting a bacteria.
Yes.
Than getting like
you get consciousness sick.
Well, what if
and then you're just like loading for 1,000,000 years?
Yeah, what if you're a computer brain and then you get a gay porn virus and you just have to look at hardcore gay, like the only thing in whatever your sense of vision is now is hardcore gay porn.
And that's just playing until the sun explodes.
And you don't sleep and it plays till the sun explodes. The rest of humanity, there's nobody else in the world. You just exist on some sort of dusty computer in New Mexico in a warehouse.
Yeah.
Somehow still
eventually they are just going to put all these people in warehouses and stuff. Because, like, what, are you going to keep all these people around?
No, I mean...
They're old.
It's not eventually. It's the first thing they do is if they could upload them, they'd throw them in a warehouse.
And then you're just on a computer with, like, solitaire.
But then, like, all your computer problems are your body problems. So there's
my computer sucks.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
A computer can't really last. A computer, if you got a computer that's 10 years old, it's bad. It's ruined.
Also, guys like us, if we get uploaded into a computer, it's going to be like a 2007 HP.
Yeah.
They're not going to put us in a nice computer.
Yeah, and that goes for you as well, the viewer.
Yeah. We're going to be in those like plastic Macs that are still multicolored, like blue and kind of translucent.
They're going to put us in 1990s computers. They're going to put us in the computers like Bill Gates was working on.
Mm-hmm. And every day we're just going to print out sort of like a binary like dots and dash.
It's help
penis.
Every single day.
It's help. It's a penis and help.
Yeah.
It's an image of a penis made with dots and dashes.
And it's ejaculating the word help.
And it's actually very creative.
Yeah.
We do it every day, and then one of the last humans left on Earth is just crumpling it up and eating it.
Yeah. And we're in just pain all the time. I mean, if you think, like when you feel your body feeling bad?
Yeah.
That's every single moment of every single day, but worse.
And you don't sleep.
You never sleep.
So you're in the warehouse and you're like, you're trying to send faxes to Peter. You're like, it's hot. It's really hot.
Help.
It's so hot. It's so hot. And he's like, I'm just going to put them in the mind of prison.
This reminds me of when my grandpa died, but forever. The same feeling, but forever.
Also, like, there's still crime because people can hack each other. So
yeah, they're constantly hacking each other. They're using each other, like, because I know that people will use outside computers for, like, cybercrime. They use them as, like, to mine and shit. So there's a lot of computers, I think, that have CP on them that we don't know of. Or something like that.
What if you get CP'd in the,
Yeah, when your consciousness is uploaded, so you just have to watch CP for all eternity.
That would be so funny. Like, I can't wait to finally be a computer man, and then the minute you sort of come alive in the computer, you're just surrounded by, like, CP. It just looks like you're in the Spear.
Yeah, you're in the Spear, it's CP, and then you're like, maybe I can look at something else, and then it's just a guy getting flayed alive in Mexico.
And you're like, what is this? And Peter's like, we made hell. You get to live there
and
forever.
Everyone's there.
And everyone's there. Now you're finally having a universal experience of pain and suffering brought by me, your God.
Forever.
I don't believe in God. I only believe in Peter, which is why Peter's God.
Wait a second. I don't want to experience this. Then you hear a gunshot. So he's dead and you're stuck.
Yeah, 2 years in, he's like, oh, this was awful. This was evil and awful. I shouldn't have done this. I mean,
so he commits suicide. So he's the only guy in the entire world that gets to experience peace. The rest of us are just in hell for all eternity.
And that is the problem, too, is these billionaires that are going to upload your brain into a computer, they get bored quick. They're going to be bored of all your brains.
And then they're going to be like, there's no one around to really mess with now.
I mean, I don't understand that plan, because it's like, do they want everybody to do it? Because that's 8 billion people that you got to put in computers.
The servers would be crazy.
It's not possible.
Yeah, it would just be, PlayStation 3 used to have this thing called, I think it was some sort of PlayStation 3 lobby thing where you'd make a character and you'd hang out with people, and it would just like be really difficult because it would just glitch up a lot because there just wasn't enough like server stuff.
I remember that with like Xbox. I think they had a similar thing.
Yeah.
So you have an avatar?
Yeah, you have an avatar.
Yeah, see, I've already been in a computer.
Yeah.
I played Club Penguin.
Yeah.
Peter, I get it.
Yeah.
If it's like Club Penguin, I might do it.
And if it's like Club Penguin, I know there's going to be a lot of pedophiles.
Yeah, I mean, but you don't know.
And neo-Nazis.
At the time, were there neo-Nazis in Club Penguin?
I mean, there had to be.
Yeah, I don't know how, I
think it's a good assumption they were.
It's a good assumption. I don't know what the feds were up to back then with talking to kids online, but I mean, I assume they jumped on it.
The feds didn't start getting evil until like 2 years ago.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, they've been good the rest of the history.
Thank God.
Yeah.
They've done good stuff.
Somebody was trying to explain crack to me the other day. Never heard of it. And then they were like, I was like, I've never heard of that. And then they went, oh, I've never heard of that either.
Yeah, well, you would have
because it never existed.
No, well, yeah, it didn't exist. Well, you'd have no reason to hear about it.
AIDS never existed either.
You wouldn't hear about it if you went to school.
Yeah, well, that's the thing is that these things that sometimes we think exist and then we were wrong. Because I sometimes remember crack and AIDS and how the government basically invented those in order to decimate communities. Then I remembered that I was just goofing in my head, and that was a made up thing I made up.
Yeah, they wouldn't.
It was a Mandela effect.
No, they wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Well, you don't learn about bad stuff unless you're not focusing on your homework, You only see bad stuff if you focus on it. People are like, oh, my dad beat my mom. It's like, why weren't you studying?
Well, let's look at your homework. Oh, F on everything.
F on everything.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the bigger problem? Mom sad? Or don't have a future? Mom cries every day.
Mom's in the bath. You wake up and your mom's crying in the bathroom.
It's just, I find it a little funny when these high school kids are like, I can't focus on my homework. My dad's beating my mom. And it's like, he does it every day. You're used to it.
Yeah,
it's going to happen. And you're powerless to stop it. So how's that an excuse to not study? And that's what I tell my kids.
God, I used to hate waking up to my mom crying in the bathroom.
Right. But eventually.
It was annoying.
But eventually you just go, well, whatever.
Yeah.
I got other stuff to focus on. You're going to wake up every day and go, oh, let me focus on the bad thing that's always happening. The bad thing that's always happening is nothing.
Yes.
Because it's always happening.
Yeah. Well, how can you even call it bad if it's always happening?
And that's how...
So that's just life.
That's how Child Protective Services and the police operate. They go, if something's always happening, it's not a crime.
Well, Child Protective Services will come in sometimes if they have an open space at a pedophile household.
An open space?
Yeah, well, they're like, oh, we just got some new pedophiles that want to have kids. I know just the kids to give them.
Oh, you're referring to foster parents as pedophiles.
Yeah. Yes.
Right.
Well, yeah, that's their technical term.
Well, because not always.
The street name is foster parents, but the technical term, scientific term, is pedophile.
But not always. Sometimes they just like to box them.
Sometimes they beat them up.
Some people... I find it interesting because a pedophile I understand as you have like an evil sexuality that you're driven to this primal urge.
And your wife doesn't care about it.
And your wife doesn't care. But with a foster parent that gets a kid just to beat him up, I'm like, that's not even, like, there's not even a word for that. Like, you know what I mean?
Sadism?
Yeah, but
because like, so what happens? You go to the foster care. The dad's like, "I love beating kids," and the mom is like, "I love you sometimes."
She's like, "I love God," and
I love God, and I love you occasionally.
Yeah. But it is interesting. It's like you go through all that trouble to get a kid just to beat him up, and there's no way that feels as good as having sex with anybody.
Yes,
let alone a children.
So that's why I think that the Child Protective Services, for the most part, want to give the kids to pedophiles. Because they're giving the kids to bad people.
So there might as well be some good loving involved.
Yes. Yeah.
The Child Protective Services, they're kind of romantics in that way.
Maybe if you're a kid...
They're matchmakers.
Yeah. Hitch.
Yeah, they're kind of hitching 53-year-old men to 3-year-old girls who, for some reason, nobody has an issue giving to him.
Yes.
I mean, that doesn't happen, but,
Well, in the future, though, when our consciousnesses are uploaded, they will be putting 8-year-olds from abusive households, they'll be matching them up with predators. So those 8-year-olds are not only getting abused, they're having to watch other children get abused because the CP is just blaring.
So while you're being abused as a computer child, you're also seeing everything everywhere all at once of all the CP in the world is being put into your brain as you're being computer.
And then you have to experience that for until the earth is no longer.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the future, baby.
That's
the future.
I guess we'd stop having kids at some point, but there would be some people who are kind of like because he wants to stop having kids, I think, with the transhumanism. Because if you upload everybody, you go, okay, now these are all the people, no more kids.
Yeah.
But that means some people would go in as kids, which means that they would remain perpetually as kids. They would remain...
Yes.
They would remain as victims of pedophilia for eternity. Because they would never grow up. They would go in as like a 10-year-old. Because Peter would be like, listen, we don't want to have any kids there, but there's a couple still hanging around. We got to get this going. So they're going in. So you're just a 10-year-old getting R'd forever.
Yeah.
Forever.
Getting R'd in the A.
Getting R'd in the A by an N. Okay. No. There's no N's in the computer world.
He would not stand for that.
If I know Peter Thiel, there are no black people in the computer world.
Oh, you were talking about black people.
I was talking about, anybody.
Because to me, the real N-word is no.
The real N-word is no.
Yes. Because if you say no to life, then who are you?
When John Lennon first met Yoko Ono, she was doing an art exhibit, there was a word written on the roof, and you had to walk up a ladder to read it, and he walked up all the way up the ladder, and he read it, and that word was a hard R N-word.
Ooh,
and he said, if it was no... I wouldn't have asked her out.
Oh, wow.
But it was the hard R N-word.
Yes.
Which he did get into more in his later years.
He loved the N-word. He said women are the N-word of the world.
Yeah.
And I looked up that song on Wikipedia, and the genre was listed as feminist music. And that's the most on-the-nose shit I ever heard.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's on the nose. You can call it that.
Yeah.
You can call it that. You can call it other stuff, but you can also call it that.
Yeah.
And that's what's cool about life and why nobody's ever wrong and everybody's just enjoying stuff and having a good time.
I love life. I cannot wait to be alive for eternity in hell.
Well, this is probably I was thinking we should bring back the new ideas segment. We got to keep our segments going.
Yeah.
So, we're thinking about, okay, we're all going to be uploaded into hell forever.
Yeah.
So, what are some new ideas? So,
okay.
I have an idea. If you're in hell, they're probably going to model it after like the 7 rings.
Yeah.
Of something. And at first, that's going to be like tabs. That's going to be annoying.
Yeah.
You're going to have to click around. It's going to be awkward. You're not going to flow.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking we take the technology from TikTok, like the automatic scroll, and we add it to the 7 rings of hell. So when you're like burning and in pain in the computer hell that Peter Thiel's created, instead of having to click to go to the next worst section, it automatically scrolls you into there.
That's a great idea.
And that's something you could buy.
So,
because you have to pay for things in the computer hell where you live forever.
Oh, so here's an idea. I have an idea. So we have the like button on all the social media. You can like.
I love the like button.
The like button is amazing.
I love using it to tell people I love their photos.
I love to like the stories so women know that I'm looking at the stories, and I like the stories, and I approve of the stories.
I use it probably 300 times every time I use Instagram, and if a woman posts something, they better expect one.
If a woman posts a picture of her in a bikini with her ass out and stuff, and that gets a like.
If she's posting that on stories and I haven't jacked off today, depending on how close we are, I'm liking the photo.
Anyway, here my idea was, so it's going to you're going to be in immense torture and pain for all of eternity. It'll feel like you're getting like your teeth ripped out, your fingernails pulled off, all that sort of stuff, Like your eyeballs just gouged with ice picks and stuff. So every time, it'll probably stream. Your pain will probably stream for all eternity to everybody else. Every time you hit a like, for a second, it's like a small painkiller. Mm-hmm. So every like you get, you go back into, it's not going to feel good, but it'll no longer feel bad for a split second.
No, it feels like cold glue.
Yes. And then back to pain, baby.
Back to pain.
Yes.
Okay. So then if you were really blowing up,
then maybe you would feel, maybe instead of 5 minutes out of the day, you wouldn't feel pain.
But the problem is to blow up, to get likes in the viral hell media landscape that Peter Thiel created, we would really, I think, only get likes off of hurting ourselves and being in pain.
Well, yeah, we'd probably have to find really severe ways to cause ourselves pain.
To get people to like it, so it's like a double-edged sword.
Because you'd be in way more pain.
You'd be in a lot of pain.
But 5 minutes of that, you would feel nothing.
Yeah.
And that would be good, because in the technological future, feeling nothing will be feeling good.
Will we still be able to like girls' old bikini and butt posts?
From 5 years ago when they were 19?
In meta hell? I mean, whatever age they were, above 18.
Yeah.
I don't think I fought. God, yeah. I guess there are guys our age that are following 18-year-olds. That would scare me.
That does seem pretty rough.
Just if I was scrolling on Instagram and like a hot 18-year-old came up, I wouldn't like that.
No, I wouldn't like that either.
All the hot women on my Instagram are old as fuck.
Old women.
They're
old
fucking
maids.
Decrepit.
Like they're like 27.
And that's what's nice about Instagram is, somebody you don't know that well will post a picture of their butt and you haven't talked to them in months, but you go, I just want to let you know I like that.
It's a good butt.
I don't know what you've been up to, but the next time we see each other, you'll know that I was there.
Yes. And it'll be kind of weird, but you're used to it by now.
I'm going to act super cool, though.
I'm going to act normal, like that didn't happen.
I'm going to put my sunglasses on. I'm going to stare at you from 10 feet away. Like
I do wonder, like, I guess women are like, with women and online social media, they're like pretty aware of every single man that's attracted to them now. I wonder how often they're like spam liked. I guess like every single woman we know gets spam liked by other people we know, and we just never know about it because it just happens so often.
Sometimes I think Instagram, there's a certain side of it where it's like, there's a horny like, and there's also just somebody's just posting pictures where they're very hot, and it just feels like kind of everybody comes together and they're like, well, I know I'm not going to fuck you, but you're being hot, so I'm going to like this photo.
You ever get people from just way back that just like everything? Like, I have friends from back home that will like every post, and they don't mean it in a horny way.
Well, no, not for guys like us, yeah.
Yeah.
If you're liking every post of us, you're mostly liking reels.
That's true.
You're liking our thought. It's not like we
don't be posting thought photos and stuff.
No, we don't have thirst traps up there, Shane. If somebody's liking all of our stuff, they're having a good 10 minutes enjoying our page. But listen.
I did have a realization while high the other day. It's like that you don't have to post thirst traps at all.
Well, you don't have to post anything.
Yeah, you don't have to post anything, but
no,
you really don't got to post a picture of your asshole.
Yeah, but it feels great when so many people are
like your asshole,
saying they like it.
Yeah,
like how you post a joke and then people say they like it. What if you didn't even need to tell a joke and you just existed in your body and people like loved it? That would feel great.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I've been seeing a lot of sugar babies at the Comedy Store. I hate them. They got bad energy.
They love stand up.
They just have bad energy, bad vibes.
Well, yeah, they're sad.
Yeah, well, them and their boyfriends, just bad whole energy there. Hate that.
Of course, they're very sad people. They're sad, and they're not getting what they want out of like anything.
Neither of them.
No.
Yeah.
No, they're very unhappy, and they're out.
I was at a comedy store. I was at the comedy store last night, and Tim Dillon did a joke about the Pacific Palisades fires and how it was funny. And it is funny, and it is good that those people lost their homes. But this one very rich guy with this woman that was like probably was significantly younger than him, most likely a sugar baby taking blood money. And he came out and he was yelling at me over something Tim Dillon said. And I just kind of smirked at him and shrugged.
And you're not Tim Dillon.
I'm not Tim Dillon.
You're not even close.
Yeah.
You look nothing like the guy.
Yeah. And he was mad at me, and he called us.
What was he saying? Was he just
he was like the comedian on stage said the Pacific Palisades is a joke. Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding? He was like pointing at me. He's like, "Are you kidding me?" And I just went like, and then he kept yelling, and so I started smirking, and then I started laughing as he was walking away, and then I laughed really hard when he was really mad because he was getting madder because I was laughing, but he was far away then.
Sure. It's always good when a guy's far away.
Yeah, because you can laugh at them and how you think they're a fucking loser.
I think comedy is really tough, especially for rich people who buy a lot of stuff and pay for a lot of services, because it's one of the few things where like the proprietor doesn't know exactly what it's selling.
Yeah.
Where like the store doesn't know exactly what kind of comedy it's giving people on any given night.
Yeah.
It's like, I know these comedians do these kinds of things. They've been chosen because usually they do well, but they can say whatever they want tonight, so I have no idea.
Yeah.
So I think for rich people, they're like, that's one of the products you sold, and it's bad. Aren't you going to fix this? And it's like, well, that burger that you bought has a mind of its own.
Yes.
It'd be like if you bought a burger and then the burger could smoke and say fuck you if it wanted to.
Yes.
And that's just what you got.
Yeah, this burger right here, this burger's saying the Pacific Palisades burning down was awesome.
And that's why the working class is much better comedy audiences than rich people.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're able to get something and go, well, it wasn't exactly what I wanted.
Yeah.
But that doesn't exist.
Oh, yeah. The
Only
show,
what
we're
is.
headlining Chatterbox tonight. Those people are going to be fucking sick.
They're
we can
happy.
say whatever we want.
They're just happy for what is. They
Yeah.
go, this is the product I got, and this product is doing its best. But rich people go, no, I wanted to hear another rich guy talk about... You know what's funny, too, about that guy that's mad about the Palisades fire? It's like, if Tim was making a joke about how we should kill all homeless people...
He would love it.
He would love it.
And he does.
And he does. If he would have stayed, Tim might have made a joke about killing all homeless people.
Yeah.
And it would have been funny. Tim's very funny.
Yeah, he's a very funny guy.
It would have been naughty, but it would have been very funny.
And then that guy was like, oh, people lost. Well, one thing he said was millions of dollars of property were lost.
Okay, well, if you haven't, that's literally Tim's joke then.
Yes.
If you haven't seen, just for the viewers, Tim's joke is pretty much the fires in LA were terrible. Well, the ones in Altadena were very sad. The ones in Palisades, you're less sympathetic. His example is they interview a woman whose house got burned down, and she says, quote, "It was very inconvenient. We had to stay at our other house." So then this rich guy's saying the sad part is the loss of property. If you say property, that does not mean you lost your home. That means you lost one of 3 homes.
Yes.
Because you're thinking of it as proper. You have multiple.
Well, that's how he thinks about his date, too.
Totally.
Yeah, he thinks it's her property, and then she's like, "I'll just take the blood money, Daddy."
No, if his date was gunned down in front of him, he would act like he lost his wallet.
Yes.
He'd be like, "God damn it."
Well, that's like he lost his wallet, but then he was like, "Well, that was my bad wallet."
That was the other wallet.
Yeah. I have 8 wallets.
I have a lot of wallets. I like to put stuff in them when I need them.
And then sometimes my wallet doesn't want me to put stuff in them, but they have to because I pay them.
Because that's how the wallet works. Because that's what the wallet does. Yeah, we got to get some sugar babies for the podcast.
We do. We got to interview sugar babies. I wonder what it's like. I wonder how they sleep at night.
No, I don't want to interview them. I just want to have them.
Oh, that'd be nice.
In the room. Like, we're doing the podcast and they're whispering in our ears. They're like, "Can I have some water?"
They're like, "No."
And I'm like, "No."
No.
No.
You can go sit over there, though.
Just having a sugar baby asking for water. No.
We don't do that. Do any of your You know that the guys you're with don't give you water.
No, I'm not giving.
They'll give you wine.
No, I'll give you vodka.
Yeah.
I'll give you some more peach
I'll give
vodka.
you way too much vodka.
If you'd like some peach vodka, honey, you can have that, but you definitely can't have water.
Not my water.
You want food? No, I don't think so.
We can go get steak. We can go get a really nice steak that doesn't taste that much better.
We're going to go have a steak. You'll eat some fucking asparagus like you do, you fucking rabbit. Then we'll go home.
And then we'll have sex. It'll be way rougher than what you signed up for.
Yeah, can't wait to watch you have 5 drinks, 2 sticks of asparagus, and then we'll have hardcore rough trade sex that I am really in charge of, and you don't.
And you have nothing. You can't say anything about it.
You might not even call it sex. You might call it something else.
But
what about a rich guy who thinks he invented a new kind of sex, but it's just R?
Yeah,
it's just R. Yeah, it's pretty much my own.
With rich guys, it's
sex.
R all the way down.
It's R all the way down. It's R. They were born from R.
And they'll die from R. Hopefully.
They'll die from it.
Hopefully they'll die from R.
If everything goes well, somebody else will R them.
Yeah. And they'll R their entire family. K style. They'll K and R the family.
They'll R them K style?
Well, they're gonna have to R them and then K them, or maybe they'll R them to D.
Sometimes some people K them and then they R them. Those are the real freaks.
Those are the ends, but different ends.
Yeah, the philiacs. The viewer needs to keep up. Okay, we're moving fast.
Yeah. This is a fast-paced podcast. You ever seen the movie His Girl Friday? It's the His Girl Friday podcast.
I haven't seen that movie.
I saw it once, a long time ago.
I watched American Hardcore. You ever watch that?
No, I haven't.
It's really good.
Is it about pornography?
No, it's well, because you mentioned The Decline of Western Civilization, which is that trio of movies about punk and metal and gutter punk, and I watched those. But American Hardcore is I like it a little bit better. I mean, the Decline of Western Civilization, I guess, is kind of a big movie for the time. But
yeah,
but American Hardcore is I liked it a little more.
DC.
Well, they go across the whole country and they show you the geographical progression of hardcore.
Oh.
So they talk about like guys.
Where did it start?
They talk mostly about California being the start.
That would make sense.
Kind of like Southern.
That would make sense because I mean, I guess Southern California is kind of the punk mecca.
Yeah, well, because like Black Flag doing what they did in like 76 and stuff.
Yeah.
Because they kind of describe hardcore as being like 80 to 86 latest. So Black Flag doing what they did pretty much sets the stage for that. But then they talk about like Henry Rollins when he was still living in DC going to SF and seeing the Circle Jerks play and never seeing anything that violent.
Yeah.
Because in the other punk scenes, like the Circle Jerks went up to San Francisco from LA and they were all still like pogo stick dancing.
Yeah.
And then the Circle Jerks just started beating the fuck out of everybody in this one show. It was like a famous show because it was like their first time in SF.
Yeah.
And these kids had no idea what was going on because they were opening for the Dead Kennedys. So they were oh, it's going to be... The Dead Kennedys are crazy, but you kind of more dance to their songs than just moshing. The Circle Jerks, they brought 40 of their friends and they beat everybody up. And the punk club, that was a punk club, was like, what the fuck's going on? Because they beat up the bouncer.
Yeah.
And they were like, what are you doing? And they were talking about how, like, when the cops would raid them, they were like, yeah, we wouldn't run away from them. We would just start fucking fighting them. And, like, because they were just going hard. Also,
I'm trying to remember what punk band I read this about. It might have been MDC that talked about that they had friends that were in another band who hated cops more than them. And then they had friends that killed a cop. They stabbed a cop in the back of his patrol car and he bled out. And like all these punkers went to this like trial so they could listen to this cop bleed out.
That's something they would do. They had a lot of time on their hands. I mean, that was a time where you were really able to not have a job too.
Yeah.
I don't know how to not have a job now. These guys are all living in like places for $16 a month.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, it's like a dilapidated 2-bedroom, but
isn't it weird? I mean, Hollywood and Alphabet City were like the two biggest punk neighborhoods, I think.
Where's Alphabet City?
We walked through
the
it.
Fucking West Hollywood? So, LGBTQ?
Yeah. Alphabet City's near the Lower East Side. We walked through it a couple times. That's where CBGB's was.
They talk about New York hardcore. But New York hardcore they describe as being kind of behind everybody.
New York hardcore New York punk in general was both behind everybody and in front of everybody because they would do more of the post-punk. They had more avant-garde shit.
Yeah, I think for hardcore specifically, it was a very West Coast thing because like Cro-Mag or whatever came out, but that was like 86.
Yeah.
And people loved it, but it was the end of there wasn't a hardcore scene anymore. But I think we need to somehow do that with our podcasts. Because some people have live podcasts and like they're fun or whatever, but we need to have like a live podcast where motherfuckers get like beat the fuck up.
Yeah, we could do that.
What's also funny is the American Hardcore documentary is made before like the Me Too movement.
Yeah.
And before men, especially male musicians, were worried about how they come off.
Yeah.
So who's the lead singer in NoFX?
Oh, I don't remember
something.
Yeah, I don't remember his name.
I don't know. But they're interviewing him and they're like, dude, he was like the king of like SoCal hardcore at that time.
Yeah.
And then he was like, yeah, we didn't give a fuck. We would do anything. You know, it's like we just didn't, like, girls passed out, we fucking piss on her. And people were like, did you piss on her? And I'm like, fuck yeah, I pissed on her. And then, like, some girls passed out and they're, like, writing all over her body. And I'm like, this is crazy. This is in the movie.
Yeah.
Because this is just like one guy being like, I just, like, piss on sleeping women. And then there's just, like, a video of them, like, technically violating a woman's body, you know, just, like, drawing all over. And I'm like, man. Documentaries were wild before people cared about how they came off.
Yes.
It's also before Henry Rollins wanted to be smart.
Yeah.
It's like obviously before that because he's like, we used to go into those clubs and we would just start elbowing people in the face. And if they said, what the fuck, we'd punch them in the face. We didn't give a fuck, man. And then like, you know, all the shit he was doing.
LA punk does sound crazy. That Hollywood Boulevard shit does sound fucking crazy.
Yeah. I mean, they're ridiculous people.
Yeah. They're like, we made a band, it's called Fucking Dogs, and we beat people up.
Well, like the late 70s, 80s is, crazy because they're like very sleazebag.
Yeah.
And then like the hardcore thing is like, we're not even having fun anymore.
We're just fighting.
We're not having, because all the bands they talk to, all the good ones are like, it was not fun for us. We did not have fun. Black Flag is like, we'd wake up at 6 a.m. every day. We'd practice for 8 hours. And like Bad Brains made everybody realize they have to be better musicians.
Yeah. I like the sleazy shit.
I go back and forth.
I like Fear. I like the Mentors. The Mentors is like the sleaziest because they did R rock. That's what they said. That's what they called it. They called it R rock.
Yeah,
but the real word.
Yeah.
And they were, you know, they have a song about R-ing a woman while she's passed, giving a woman knockout pills and then R-ing her gang style.
That's what's fun about punk. It'll disappoint you.
Yeah, once we figure out this R stuff, we can talk about R way more.
Yeah. It's just punk.
We've been wanting to talk about R.
We can finally talk about R as much as we want. I've been worried about having to edit it out, but now fucking, you know, I know, everybody knows.
Everyone knows what R-ing is.
R is back. R is back in a big way.
We're doing R jokes. We're doing R discussions.
You're going to see it on the fucking street, man. Get used to it.
R/R.
I'm going to run for mayor. I'm going to make it R City. You vote for me, LA will be R capital of the world. You can't go anywhere. Yeah, that's what's fun about punk, though, because there are a lot of people who are like, this is a good scene with amazing people. And there's good people in every scene. But it's also like, there's also people here that just want to talk about R.
Yeah.
They want to talk about R and they hate ends and they're bad and they're bad people and they're not good. They also don't touch on that.
They talk about R's, killing F's.
Yeah.
How much they hate N's and S's. You know, oh my God, they have to deal with S's all the time. It's Los Angeles.
fucking S's everywhere, goddamn. You know what they don't talk about in the hardcore documentary is the obvious elements of just white supremacists and skinheads in hardcore.
Yeah.
They don't talk about it, and it's really weird. Because they're like, yeah, then the hardcore went to Boston, and like, it's obvious these are like racist bands.
Yes.
It's just a bunch of like Boston kids talking, like singing White is Right. And maybe I'm misunderstanding something, but it is funny because you're watching it and you're like, I'm not going to be mad. Just mention the white supremacist elements of hardcore.
Yeah, I guess
everybody knows.
I guess if it started in Southern California, it would make perfect sense that there's a lot of Nazis.
Yeah, the way it moves is interesting, though. It's really funny because they try and go across the country, and then they go to the South, and the only thing they do in the South is they interview one guy, and he goes, yeah, we couldn't perform anywhere, but this fucking brewery would let us have shows. And then they have no local bands. He's like, we would have the fucking Black Flag. We'd have everybody. He goes, and some local bands, but they don't mention anybody. I want to get into some of that Austin, Texas hardcore, though.
I bet Nashville had a good, decent...
Maybe they never talked about it. You ever heard of Millions of Dead Cops?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to listen to them. They got stuff over there.
You never listened to them?
No.
Oh, they're great. Yeah, their first couple albums are really great.
I went to a lot of punk shows when I was a teenager, but I wasn't really doing research.
You should have. You could have wrote a book about it.
I don't want to do that. You
should write a book about punk, the history of punk, but say the real history of punk.
I think all that shit's really...
And make it up.
I honestly think music journalism is sometimes kind of fucking gay. I get
you ever
kinda tired
listen
of
to...
it.
You ever... Or not listen. Read Robert Christgau?
No.
He's like the guy. He's like one of the guys... Because he was around the same time as Lester Bangs, but Bangs, I think, was more gonzo.
No, I'm into weird, crazy stuff like Chuck Klosterman, stuff that'd scare you. Stuff that'd scare the fuck out of you.
But Christgau would do these short reviews of albums, and he would grade it on like a F to A. And his stuff kind of stinks a lot of times. But he's like good for finding good music, but he's like has bad reviews of good music. But if he gives it an A+ or something, it's like, I'm going to listen to it.
Yeah, I respect good criticism. I understand there's good forms of criticism, but sometimes there's like, books that are like the definitive guide or whatever. Like a whole book about a music genre. I'm like, I'll just listen to it. I don't care.
Yeah. I mean, we should make up make up a fake encyclopedia of punk bands.
That would be more useful than a lot of the shit in Barnes & Noble.
Yeah, like the Bible.
Yeah, I don't know.
I moved the Bible to the fiction section.
There's nothing I'd want to be less than like a fucking music journalism guy.
I mean, I guess they just listen to music all day. That sounds fun, I guess. They listen to music all day and then they write very little, and then... Yeah. I
just, I enjoy listening to music.
Being a critic seems easy.
It seems easy, and I don't know. I just don't want to be one of those guys that's like, what you have to understand about that album is that at the time, it's like, I get it. Just listen to it. They did a good job. They were 15. Stop writing books about 15-year-olds. You're all pedophiles. That's my new thing.
You're all peas.
Sorry.
Quit being peas.
Music critics...
Quit effing C's.
Music critics are pedophiles, and they keep effing C's because they're like, "Can you believe that this C made this music? Oh my god, they're so mature for their age."
I wish they would make CSAM.
I wish I knew. My brain's not working that fast today.
That's what they call CP now. Is CSAM.
Oh, I know that. Yeah. That's what the judge was saying to me. Yeah. Yeah, that's all music critics are. They're just trying to tell you that these kids are actually really mature. They're like, actually, this 17-year-old, she's like pretty much an adult and a genius, so it's like cool that I have the thoughts about her. That's why they write those articles. They're just trying to absolve themselves of guilt of being attracted to like a 15-year-old pop star.
Yeah.
I've got your number, guys.
What about a guy who's from San Antonio and he says, I'm from SA, and they're like, oh, so you're an R baby?
And he's like, what? I'm a fan of the Spurs. I'm not a product of R. I'm just from SA. Now S the F up. See, if more people talk
MFer.
See, I think if more people talk like that, we could be more honest.
Yes.
Because we want to use those words, but they're filthy words, I understand, and people get offended. So if I can just say the letter and you know what I mean, then can I convey my expression without offending you?
Yeah.
If
not, I'll R your A.
Can I go up?
MF.
Can I go up to people at the Comedy Store and say, "You look so good tonight, I want to R you"?
Do you have any pictures of you when you were a C? Because I'm trying to look at CP, MFer.
Going up to a G at the Comedy Store and saying, "Do you have any pictures of you when you were a C? I want to see you in a bikini."
What are you, an F? Give me that fucking CP.
Don't be an F. Give me the CP. Do you have some pictures of you swimming as a C? I'm a P. And I want a J-O. I'm a P looking to J-O. Let me see some pictures of you when you were a C. At the pool. In a bikini.
You get me?
Jack?
You get me, Jack?
MFer?
You get me, G? J? You get me, J?
I had a really great idea. I'm just going to read it. And this is not only for the podcast, but for potential sketches for maybe a TV series. But
that we have coming out soon.
I think you'll like this. So I'm just going to, it's the PI who doesn't know what a case is. So he just goes on Instagram. So I'm imagining him watching reels and he's like, oh my God. And then he writes reports and he calls random people and he tells them about it. So he'll call people and be like, I found out what to do on a Friday night. And then a guy's like, what? And he's like, 2 women, aged 28 to 35, living in Los Angeles, running a weekly comedy show. It's supposed to be lit. And then he's like, and then when people yell at him, they're like, who the fuck is this? He's like, don't get smart with me, Jack. But he's calling people at 4 a.m., being like, you've got to check it out. I just saw the craziest video. Apparently, it's the #1 Friday night date spot.
There's a pop-up burger shop, Jack.
They're smashing burgers from 7 p.m. to 11.
Until they run out. And they'll run out quick, Jack.
I'm the PI.
So you better get there early.
Meet me at 4100 Bar. Which is a local LA reference. If you got it, you'd be laughing. I'm not going to explain it.
I know it's all cats that live in the Midwest.
It's a crowded bar that sucks.
Yeah.
Shout out to all the cats in the Midwest watching.
Shout out. Do you think that because some people listen to this on audio? Do you think the key rattling will?
No, with the editing I do, I don't even think it'll come up.
That's cool.
So it might just be silent portions that suck to listen to. That people hate.
GD.
That maybe I'll cut. GD. We had an SP when we should have CP. We're going to have more CP on the next episode. Tune into the next episode. We're going to be doing CP.
There's going to be a lot of videos of SA of Cs.
What if I made the intro to our podcast CP and I never understood why YouTube was blocking it? Yeah, I made the intro a 10-minute CP video from the 80s. It's like from a back room. It's real, you know.
It's from well, this was legal when it was made.
It's one of those snuff CPs that I found.
Some SCP?
Some SCP. Oh, fuck. We should start a band called SCP.
Oh.
That would be badass.
Oh, yeah.
We need to make another punk album. If you haven't listened to The Crown Suckers, go listen to it.
Listen to it today.
It's one of the best pieces of music history. I mean, it's some fucking Chuck Klosterman shit.
Yeah. If you're into Chuck Klosterman, which I know you are.
It's some shit that Chuck Klosterman would be in like an overly lit, badass. Those guys have the coolest offices too, by the way, just to write articles that nobody gives a fuck about. Whatever, he's cool. But I've
never read his stuff.
He's funny.
Okay.
He's funny. I don't know if you'd like it now. I read it when I was like 15 and I was like, this is cool. You know, he's like Gen X, but he doesn't really seem to hate life. He's just like, I like music. That's all I know how to do.
Yeah. Gen X, yeah.
You know who
they
Gen
really
X,
hate life.
Gen X loves thinking Cameron Crowe's the coolest motherfucker in the world. They love being like, damn, Cameron Crowe, though, he went on tour when he was like 15.
They love it when people are 15.
They love when a 15-year-old when their mom goes, you stay safe.
When the parents aren't around.
They love a 15-year-old whose parents aren't around, who's doing adult stuff.
Yes.
Now, what does that sound like to you? You might say, oh, it sounds like Rolling Stone writer Cameron Crowe. Well, there's a lot of others that aren't getting in Rolling Stone. They're getting in CP.
In fact, yeah, they're getting in CP, and then their bodies aren't claimed. So they get buried in a cemetery in Boyle Heights.
Nobody talks about what the young women in Almost Famous are going through around Cameron Crowe. Because he's like, oh, I'm a journalist. Meanwhile, he is surrounded by SA and R. He's like, these are the coolest guys ever. They're so good at playing music, and they're
good at playing music and essay.
He's literally writing an article about how cool a guy is.
He's writing an essay.
He's
writing an essay about guys that commit essay.
Well, that are currently, like, at night after the show, he's writing the article, and those guys are R-ing. That's what they're doing while he's writing it. He's in the bunk like, man, these guys are so cool, and they're doing an R on a 15-year-old.
A gang R.
A gang R. A GR on a 15-year-old C. So you tell me what's cool. This or music shit? You can trust us.
If YouTube doesn't like this, it's fucked up.
No,
YouTube should love
this.
YouTube
can go fuck itself if it doesn't like this.
Yeah, I mean...
YouTube can get R'd by an N if it doesn't like this.
A gang of N's and S's.
I like how this is still, like, not cool to say at all. I like how we found a way to maybe be fine with the algorithm, but not fine with anybody with a conscience.
Yeah.
Not fine with anybody who is understanding that we're just saying all that. You can't say any of this stuff.
Oh, you can't. But I guess we're kind of pointing out how ridiculous the algorithm is through satire.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, so, if you think about it, we're doing satire.
Okay, so we're not being racist and offensive.
Yeah, no, this isn't offensive at all.
We're being groundbreaking.
If you think this is offensive, you're a fucking F.
We're like a punk band.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, no. Yeah. We're kind of pushing the boundaries of mainstream entertainment.
What punk band are we?
What punk band? Probably The Nerds, which is a band I made up.
That could be a band.
That's probably a band. Oh, I guess the Nerds are Bad Religion.
Why are Bad Religion nerds?
They're all like English majors or something. They teach at UCLA or some shit.
All those DC punks were rich kids.
That makes sense. I guess because, they're from DC.
Minor Threat they were called like Georgetown punks.
Well, Ian McKay's dad, I think, was there for the JFK assassination.
There was one dude who was a Filipino dude that was from DC. His dad was a senator.
Oh, wow.
Because they're all just the kids. That's why they live there.
Yeah.
So it's interesting they could make good music.
I guess with punk, if you're just talking about what you're mad at, because rich kids are still mad.
They're pissed off.
Yeah, they're still mad. They're like, my nanny is late sometimes.
I think
my nanny isn't Sonic the Hedgehog, so she can't run the sandwich up to my room.
I think Minor
Threat
to
the third story where I live.
Bring me sandwich. Bring me Ritz crackers. My fucking Mexican maid is late today.
We could do that.
Go back to Mexico. I mean, that's essentially what some of them got to.
Yes.
But it is funny that, like, you take the idea of punk of, like, get mad and express yourself, and then some white kids are like, yeah, we need less immigration. It's like, holy shit. All right.
What's with these people on welfare?
Get off welfare. Get off. Just get off of it. I think Minor Threat.
Get a job now.
Get up. Work now. Go to work. 9 to 5. Be a good employee.
Get a white-collar job.
That's the gayest thing about the fucking metal documentary and Decline of Western Civilizations. They have the punk documentary, and they're all like, yeah, we refuse to get jobs. Like, we're living for our art, and we don't give a fuck, and, like, we're squatters and shit.
Yeah.
And then they go to the metal, and they're like, oh, I got investments. They're, like, obviously investing in, like, defense contractors and shit. And they're like, so what do you want for your life? They're like, just make good investments, be able to retire. I'm like, damn, you guys are, like, feds.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
Yeah, they're feds that are R-ing 13-year-olds.
Yeah. And at least when the punk guys are 13-year-olds, it's like for art.
Yeah.
It's like for art.
For art with the capital R.
I mean, I was telling you, I don't know if this is a public story. It's probably not, but my dad told me that his friend walked in on Darby Crash and Pat Smear trying to R a German Shepherd in the bathroom of a punk club.
What the F?
What the F? It's one thing to bring a dog into a punk club. It's another to try and R it in the bathroom.
Maybe that's why people bring their dogs everywhere in L.A. Just so they can take it to the bathroom and R the S out of it, MFer.
Whenever I see a person with their dog in a coffee shop, I go, hey, are you going to take that into the bathroom and F it? You're going to take your dog into the bathroom and F it in the A? You're going to R it in the mouth?
R in the mouth, R in the P.
Hey, you mind if I take your dog in the bathroom, put my P and it's M, and then R it's A? And you say it like that. You don't say the words in a coffee shop. They go,
well, because the algorithm will find out that you're saying that, and then you'll get in trouble.
Saying horrifically gross stuff, but just only with the letters in person. A person goes, "What are you doing?" You go, "I'm just trying not to get in trouble with the algorithm. But I want to put my P in your dog's A. Then I want to R its mouth till it barks on it."
Can I get your dog to rip off my D, MFer?
I'm going to start doing that to people that bring their dogs too many places. Just talk about doing things to it.
Wow, your dog has a nice D. You ever suck your dog's D, MFer?
Wow, your dog's got a great D. Mind if I put my fucking mouth around it? Mind if I put my effing mouth around it?
Now you're a Chicago guy.
Chicago guy, but I love CP. Growing up in Chicago, you love two things, three things, blues, the Cubs, and CP. When we
I love, and now it's these days it's crazy with the woke. They're calling it CSAM.
It's too many letters. How am I supposed to remember all that?
Was it be CSAM LGBT QIA question mark?
The P that's trying to be respectful. Yeah, I guess now they call what I do CSAM or something. I'm trying to keep up and be current, but coming up, when I was a P coming up, we only had CP. That was all we had, but now
we used to go to this place near the stadium. They had CP, SA, videos of SA, T videos, right? You get a girl up, you cut her eyeballs out. That's a T video.
I mean, when I was a kid, we had the Super 8 cameras, and, it wasn't like today. We had to go kidnap a girl with, mental problems. She had to be an R. You had to get an R kid and then take them into the woods, and then, I know this is confusing, but then you had to R the R. You had to R the R kid so you could make CP with your Super 8 camera, and then you'd give that to the other kids in the community, and they'd J.O. to it, I still got a lot of those tapes, and a lot of those R's, they never came out of the woods, They got R'd to D. We R'd them to D.
And their bowels fell out in S.
When you R somebody so hard, they will S all over themselves.
S and P on themselves.
They'll S and P all over themselves until they cry.
And then crying out for H.
But you sell that tape for, back then, $15 or something. Get you.
That $15 is a lot of money.
Get you buy cigarettes.
Yeah.
It's
you
good.
Buy yourself a Cubs jersey.
You get to R and R, and you get the $15 just to buy a Cubbies jersey. There's a video of me in my favorite Cubbies jersey just R'ing the hell out of this R until she did. You can't do that stuff anymore.
Sometimes they'd D and then they'd S all over their effing self.
One time we took their...
we peed on them after.
One time we dragged one of the D bodies back to their house so their parents could see it. And then we
R'd the parents.
We took a video of them finding it. And, we were from the bushes, took a video of them finding it and them being so sad. Then my friend Ronnie runs in. He R's both of them. He was a linebacker and he was a big guy. So he held both of them down and he R'd them. Until they did. We took a video of that, made a good S film with it. So you got a CP to begin with the R kid, and then you take them back to the parents and you R them till they D. Then you got a snuff CP. You got an SCP. And that'll get you like $35.
That's 2 Cubs jersey.
Which in 1975 is a lot of money. And, it's kind of like the same thing as hardcore. It's something I did when I was younger, but you can't now. There's no scene.
I work at a bank now.
I do like the guy that makes CP, and he's like, there's just no scene for it anymore.
It was 1980, 1986. That was the golden era. I wasn't even having fun. We would wake up at 6 a.m., R all day.
All day we would do it. I mean, Greg Ginn, also a Black Flag, but prolific creator of CP. He got in with us, and he said we're gonna really do something here, and we were into it. We woke up early, we R'd our kids all day until they deed, making the best CP we could make. And the old heads,
up in DC, they were just great CPers. So we all had to step our game up.
We had to. Once Once Bad Brains came down, we saw what they could do to a C. To a child, I'm telling you. The way that they could R a C until it D'd and then S'd all over itself. We realized we weren't doing anything. We needed to step our game up. And after that, we started doing stuff that the old heads said they'd never seen. I mean, we're putting pencils in kids' nostrils while we R them to D. You know, I mean, taking a boot and just kicking a pencil up a guy's nose in a close-up video. That hadn't been done before.
Yeah, there's B's and S were coming out of their noses and S.
You know, and then taking the B's and rubbing it on their A and then sticking your P so it pushes the B's into their A as you R them. And there's a close-up shot of that, of a bunch of B's from their nose getting pushed in by my P into their A as I R them to D. A lot of people hadn't seen anything like that.
All right, I think the episode's over.
People ask me if I'm proud of what I did. And, you know, it's just, why'd I do it? Because I was angry. Because the world was dangerous. So that's what we were doing.
And my maid, it would take her forever to get me a sandwich.
I R'd 5 maids to D before I was 16.
My dad, he owned the McDonald's college.
So that was a great breeding ground for people that were really down and out, didn't have a lot of people around them. So I would just go in there and just sort of pick them off, you know, like things I wanted to, like a market pretty much. Just go in there and pick up.
I'm the boss's kid.
Just pick up an eye.
I'm the boss's
from Guatemala.
Kid. You want to go to the forest?
You know, somebody just eyed from Guatemala. They don't even speak E. Take them into the F. R them till they D. That's all I'm gonna say. Anyway.
Right. That was a good episode.
I hope you enjoyed the episode. I hope you had fun.
Yeah.
Hopefully these foam things make it sound a little bit better. Let us know. Anyway, Stay funny.
If you want if you want a glossary of what we mean, then you can text us.
Yeah, text us.
Stay funny.
Stay funny.
I'm the dirtiest man in the street. The trash is scared of me. The bums, they tell me to take a shower.